Las Cruces educator, administrator, and state cabinet secretary, Dr. Karen Trujillo is taking the helm at Las Cruces Public Schools as interim superintendent. Hello and welcome to ASTA. I'm Udelby Hill, and we're fortunate to have Dr. Trujillo as our guest. Hello, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for the invite.
Good to see you.
You too.
Okay, so right out of the gate, what are some of the first steps you're looking to take or have already taken as superintendent?
So I think most importantly, getting to know everybody and getting more familiar with what's happening in the district. So this morning we went over the strategic plan, which was really exciting because I could really get a handle on all of the initiatives that are taking place, celebrate those victories of things that were started in the past, really looking forward to what's happening and the new initiatives that are coming in the future. And the other piece is really making sure to get out to all of the schools. So started some school visits. I'll be at an elementary school this afternoon. I've already gotten a chance to visit a few, and we have a schedule planned out. So just trying to be visible, making sure that I have the schedule for games, welcome back to school events at elementary schools. So excited just to get out back into the community and get to listen to parents and students and teachers.
Wonderful, and that's all very important. They all want to be heard. They all have their priorities, so it's nice that you're making yourself available.
Oh, most definitely.
So Las Cruces Public Schools and the City of Las Cruces are working together on community schools.
Yes.
Give us some insight as to how community schools work.
So very excited. In my previous role at New Mexico State, was really part of that very first group of folks with the collective impact here in Doña Ana County to explore the idea of community schools. When Lynn Middle School was first identified, you know, I was part of that group that was there asking parents questions and communicating with students of saying, you know, in a community school, the key is that you go to the community itself and say, what is it that you want and need? What are some of the things that we can provide as a school for your children? What is your definition of success for your children? And that's what a community school is. Every single one is unique. And the community school at Lynn will be different than the one at Booker T. Washington and the one at Doña Ana because the communities are different and the needs are different. So excited to partner with the City of Las Cruces. I know they're investing $100,000 to support, and we will do the same from our funds this coming year. We're doing applications with the state of New Mexico for development grants, and just looking forward to seeing how we can transform the way that we serve our students. It's all about partnerships. So partnering with the City of Las Cruces, hopefully soon with the Doña Ana County. We have our nonprofit partners and of course our higher education partners to provide services that parents already get, but it's a matter of putting them all in one place so that they're not having to go to multiple different places to get the services they need.
Makes it convenient, and you're taking
Yes.
it to the neighborhoods, you're getting the neighborhoods involved.
Exactly.
And that's what we need in the community, is
that
involvement
buy-in.
on everybody.
Exactly, because it's not just the school's responsibility, it's the community's responsibility. They're our children.
Yes, well put. So there's an HB 33 election coming up that you are calling the Public Schools Building Election. How much will be generated by that mill levy?
So the exciting thing, and I think the most important piece of this, is that there is no tax rate increase. And I think that's the number one question that always comes out. Is it going to raise my taxes? And the tax rate does not change. So that's something that we need to make sure that that's part of the message. The second thing is that it generates $10 million a year for 6 years. So really, it's a $60 million bond election that's used to replace, you know, furniture, old furniture in schools, technology, uniforms and instruments for band and choir. So really looking at identifying what are those needs that there's not another funding source for that will improve the education of our students, and making sure that it matches our priorities and that we're providing the best educational opportunities for all of our kids. So it's important. We have a lot of literature. You can go to the website. We're going to be sending out information through as many networks as possible. So the most important thing is that people get out and vote. Be educated, make sure you understand what it is, and vote for the election.
So tell us a little bit about the International Welcome Centers and how they impact graduation rates.
So this is a really exciting initiative in Las Cruces that I was happy to hear about. International Welcome Centers are at every high school, and essentially it's to serve our migrant, our ELL students, and students that just need that extra level of support. So every high school, like I said, has one, and we're also moving it down to the middle school level. So there are staff in the International Welcome Centers. So when students need help, like in a class or to write an essay or to register for their SAT or get ready for college placement, there's someone there that can help them. And so it really is for those first generation college going students, and really getting them not only across the graduation stage, but also into a post-secondary plan, so that they are either going into career, they're going into community college, or a four-year college. So trying to figure out what is it in line, what are their goals, and trying to find the right staffing to meet their needs.
Okay, so tell us a little about the expansion of the translation and interpretation department.
So in the past, you know, New Mexico is a bilingual state. I mean, we live here in Doña Ana County. We're a borderland community, and it's important that we are accessible to all of our community members, especially our parents. And we have a lot of parents that are more comfortable reading and writing and being communicated with in Spanish. So the translation department really provides us with the capacity to take, you know, when we are doing a printing or when we're sending a letter home, or if we're going to advertise for the HB 33, that all of the resources are available in English and Spanish. So additionally, it provides support for IEPs, because that was another area of need where a parent would come in for an IEP meeting with a special education student, and they may not be able to communicate in English. So providing a translator for them to make sure that they understand what is happening with their students, and that they're able to provide input. So it's really just same as the impetus of the International Welcome Centers, really providing that extra level of support for our parents and our community.
Being more inclusive.
And very much so.
And we see that as a trend more and more throughout the community, being more inclusive
Yes.
to our Spanish speakers, so that we can make things easier and better for them as well.
Most definitely.
So tell us a little more about your goals for the district.
So I think right now we're on a very good trajectory in terms of serving students, and really in the end it's about serving students and making sure that they are provided with that next level planning. And so for me, one of the most important pieces is really trying to create that profile of a Las Cruces graduate. You know, and I think Dr. Wendy Miller-Tomlinson in the instruction department has already started that work. The partnership with the Bridge of Southern New Mexico, with Doña Ana Community College, and also with NMSU, really trying to get that picture of a pre-K 20 education system, and it's not, well, we do K-12 and you do this and you do that, but how are we going to build that system for Las Cruces that really focuses on early childhood education and doesn't end until those students reach their potential and reach their goals in terms of employment. So what are the jobs that we have available, and what kind of education is needed to get those, and making sure that every graduate has that picture of saying, okay, this is what I want to do, and I know that in order to reach that goal, these are my education next steps, so that all of our students have that picture.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
So you have a wealth of experience in education that goes all the way to the state level, and now we're fortunate to have you here in Las Cruces at Las Cruces Public. How do you, are you going to make some of that education and experience that you have work for the district?
So I think, as I think about this question, you know, everything leads to a different place. You know, every season in life, if you choose to grow from it and you choose to get information and take it in and say, okay, well, why was it that this particular thing happened? Why am I having these particular experiences in your career? They are all beneficial. So I think my work at New Mexico State definitely was able to build a lot of those relationships across colleges, across departments, really honed in on those skills of bringing people together and trying to achieve a common goal. Being part of the Doña Ana Success Summit here in Las Cruces, again, building additional relationships with the community. Even running for county commission, you know, you just open up a whole other wealth of I didn't know all of the different services that are available at the county level. And so, for example, at the health department there, when I was talking to Jamie Michael, she said, you know, we have this PACS program, which is like for social emotional learning in elementary schools. And so come to find out now they're implementing that program in, I think, 5 or 6 of our elementary schools. So that's another additional partnership. And then at the state level, really just trying to meet different people, see things all over the state in terms of programs in different school districts. Oh, this is how we're doing our dual credit, and taking all of those different ideas and bringing it back and saying, these are things that were happening that were very effective, that showed results for kids and for families. And so excited about bringing all of that back to Las Cruces. And so it's exciting, and I'm just very happy to be home.
Well, we look forward to all your experience and everything that you have, all your future plans for the district. We're all looking forward to that. If you had one last message to give to the community, what would that be?
I think, you know, there's amazing teachers and administrators here in Las Cruces. They are doing things that are models for the state. And we just need to talk a little bit more about all of the good things that are happening and focus on our students. And I think if we as administrators and as teachers and as community members really focus on what our true intent is, and that is to educate our kids, then we can identify those great things and move forward together. So let's focus on the positive and do what's right for our kids and give them the best education we can.
Wonderful. That's an excellent message. Dr. Karen Trujillo, Superintendent, Las Cruces Public Schools, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.